up, y'all? My name is Mike Fields, also known as Facts, and welcome to another episode of Black Facts, Black Facts. Oh, yes, this is my own personal way of celebrating Black History Month in 2022. Welcome back to my museum. Oh, yes, so lovely indeed. Yeah, and today is Saturday, February 5th, 2022, and this is the 5th episode of Black Facts. Oh, yes. Today we are celebrating. Well, I'm celebrating. We are celebrating the oldest and the coldest. Oh, yes, my beloved fraternity. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Oh, yes. Now, I'm not going to hold you long. It's a lot to this, all right? There's a lot to this. You got to do the research for yourself, all right? There's so much I want to say, but you got to do the research for yourself, okay? Trust me. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself, okay? Facts. All right, now, like I always do, got to go here to the Google search. Oh, yes. Now, this time, I'm using all caps because it's that kind of party. Facts. Facts. So goes. And this is how you spell it, all right? We're going to spell out the name of the fraternity. Where to go? Hold up. Let me go ahead and get my... Where you go? Get on over here. Oh, yes. Bam! Yeah. Yeah, put that thing there right there. Yeah. Ding. Oh, yes. Now, Alpha Phi Alpha. That's all we need for the Google search. All right? Facts. But this is how we spell it, though. All caps. Make sure you make that thing all caps there, boy. Here we go. Ready? A-L-P-H-A space. P-H-I space. A-L-P-H-A Alpha Phi Alpha. Hit intro on that, Jay. Oh, yes. All right. So, there's a lot of information on here. Yeah. Right away, the national website. So, the official website for the national organization for Alpha Phi Alpha. The website is the first thing that comes up in the search, and the site itself is https // APA1906.net. So APA 1906.net. There's a lot to it, y'all. Do your research. I mean, I can't help it. I'm hyped. All right. Let's see. Also, there is Wikipedia, of course. All kinds of social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know, it's everywhere. We're everywhere. We're all over the world. And yeah, I'm going to go with Wikipedia and the national website for the fraternity, for my fraternity. Okay? That's where I drew from for most of the information that's in this write-up that I have. And I'm going to stick to the write-up. All right, here we go. I'm going to read like I do. Thank God for the ability to read. Oh, yes. Facts! So goes. All right. Now, Alpha Phi Alpha. The first intercollegiate Greek letter fraternity established for African American men was founded on December 4th, 1906 at Cornell University in Ithaca, New York by 7 young black men. These young men were Cornell students who recognized the need for a strong bond of brotherhood among African descendants in this country. The 7 visionary founders, known as the jewels of my beloved fraternity, are the most noble Henry Arthur Callis, the most noble Charles Henry Chapman, the most noble Eugene Kinkle Jones, the most noble George Biddle Kelly, the most noble Nathaniel Allison Murray, the most noble Robert Harold Ogle, and the most noble Bertner Woodson candy. Oh, yes. Facts. Our fraternity motto is, first of all, servants of all, we shall transcend all. First of all, servants of all, we shall transcend all. That is the fraternity motto. Our fraternity colors. Now, listen very carefully. These aren't just regular colors, all right? Very, very important to note that this is the most distinguished black. The most distinguished black. That's a special kind of black. Oh, yes. And old gold. Old gold, not regular gold. No, this is old gold. Oldest in the coldest. Let's go. All right. Now, these are some of the fraternities' areas of focus. Now, our fraternal leadership has identified 3 critical areas defining how we dedicate our time and resources. These enable us to leverage capacity across various audiences. These 3 areas are special initiatives, national programs, and Alpha Foundations. Special initiatives. Alpha Phi Alpha special initiatives are programs and activities that are sustained through collaborative efforts, memoranda of understanding, and or outside financial assistance, which Alpha chapters are encouraged to implement. And some examples are Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America, Boy Scouts of America, College Life to Corporate Life Initiative, C2C, Leadership Development Institute, which is also called LDI, and the Peace Corps, and also World Policy Council. Now let's get to the national programs. The fraternity's national programs are community outreach, mentoring initiatives that have been adopted by the organization's governing body and mandated for implementation by all of its chapters. All right. So we have examples of Brothers Keeper, go to high school, go to college, a voteless people is a hopeless people, and Project Alpha. Now, as we can see, the special initiatives are encouraged for implementation. The national programs are mandated for implementation by all of its chapters. Keep that in mind. All right. Now we get to the Alpha Foundations. The Alpha Phi Alpha Education Foundation Incorporated is the nonprofit charitable arm of the fraternity, which focuses on scholarship, programs, and training and development of the membership. Next, we have the Alpha Phi Alpha Charitable Foundation. The mission of the foundation is to promote scholarship and academic achievement and provide resources, services, and advocacy to the global community. We also have the Alpha Phi Alpha Building Foundation. It is established as an economic development corporation to promote, preserve, and protect the infrastructure of our community. The foundation has developed a unique approach to effect positive change. The Alpha Village represents a project built and purchased by Alpha men and a step forward towards an economic development movement. All right? We do forward steps. In this organization, it's all about moving forward. Forward steps. No backwards. No backward steps. Forward steps. Moving forward. Yes. Progress, baby. Yeah. Lastly, we have the Jules Heritage Project. The Jules Heritage Project Incorporated, or JHP, is a 501c3 not-for-profit corporation whose mission is to reclaim, restore, and revive 2 historic properties previously neglected, which are a part of American history and were instrumental to the founding of the first intercollegiate fraternal organization for African Americans, which is, again, my beloved, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Oh, yes. We have a general president, okay? And on July 24th, 2020 in Baltimore, Maryland, he was elected for membership and certified, and that is none other than the good brother, Dr. Willis L. Lonzer III. He is the general president of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. All right? Let's see. So, there are some notable members of my organization of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Part part of my strivings was to, especially in the beginning, was to research the history of this organization, but also see where there are some prominent members, historic figures, popular figures across genres that are brothers in this fraternity, now brothers of mine in this fraternity. All right? Very interesting. Here are some of those people, some of those men. All right? Off the top, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Frederick Douglass, Thurgood Marshall, W.E.B. Du Bois, Paul Robeson, Adam Clayton Powell Jr., Dick Gregory, Dr. Cornel West, let's see, Garrett Morgan, who invented the traffic signal. Oh, yes. Stay tuned for Garrett Morgan, because I got a feeling he might show up in another episode. Oh, yes. Coming soon, baby. David Dinkins, Charles Rangel, let's see, Andrew Young, let's see here, Darrell Bell, Duke Ellington, Stuart Scott. Let's go back to Darrell Bell real quick. A Different World is a show, is a TV show, a sitcom that was a spinoff of the Cosby Show. And if no other TV program did, A Different World really inspired me to want to go to college. And yeah, it's too much. Please, if you have YouTube, look up episodes of A Different World. If you have, I don't know where else A Different World is, but it's A Different World. It's a sitcom. Check it out. Do the research. That's where you'll find the good brother Darrell Bell. He plays Ron. All right, he plays Ron. All right, Dwayne Wayne's best friend, Ron. His name is Darrell Bell in real life, and he is my brother. Duke Ellington, Stuart Scott, most notably from ESPN, trendsetter, changed the world. Shout out to Stuart Scott. Let's see, Donny Hathaway, musician. He went to Howard University, so he not only did he influence the world musically, he was also a good brother of A Phi A. Oh, yes. Sir Donny Hathaway, Howard University. Oh, yes. And the good brother, Keenan Ivory Wayans. Now, Brother Keenan has done a lot of stuff. But for me, it's In Living Color. Him creating In Living Color, co-starring in it, and bringing together so much world-changing talent. This is a sketch comedy show. And may or may not need parental advisory. I'm not sure. It just depends on the subject matter. But that show absolutely influenced my life. And to this day, my good friends, my family, we still crack up on just watching episodes on YouTube or wherever else we might find episodes. But from that show alone, we get, from In Living Color, we get the great Jim Carrey, David Allen Greer, Damon Wayans, that's Keenan's brother, Sean Wayans, Marlon Wayans, Kim Wayans. We get the Wayans family. Like Tommy Davidson. Tommy Davidson's from DC, from the DC area. Let's see, who else we got? Jamie Foxx, Kim Coles, man. J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. She was a dancer on the show. Man, it's just so much, man. So much talent in one show. There's more talent too, and I'm not trying to omit anybody, but it's so much talent on that show. But just look at who I've mentioned so far from this one show: Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx, from this one show. Anyway, that's what we do. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Here's some more prominent brothers. Now we get into the sports. Quentin Buckner, Rosie Greer, Mike Powell from track and field. Shout out to all of our Olympians. Let's see, Donald Driver. I didn't know that. Let's see, Wes Unseld. I didn't know. John Hot Rod Williams, Charles Haley. I had no idea. Jesse Owens. Definitely knew about Jesse Owens. Eddie Robinson. Let's see, and he's the winningest football coach in NCAA history. Let's see, at the time, this website I need to go back and do more research to confirm that. But here in this website, it says he is the winningest coach, football coach in NCAA history, Brother Eddie Robinson. And I'll take that. Oh, yes. Let's see. There's actually an NFL player who's also a brother of mine. His name is Michael Jackson. Crazy, yo. But it's true. It's facts. You look it up. Art Shell, and, of course, the winningest coach in NBA history, the good brother Lenny Wilkens. I also want to add the Washington Commanders' new president, Sir Brother Jason Wright. He is a brother of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. He's one of my brothers. Shout out to Jason and the Burgundy and Gold Nation. All right, Super Bowl is coming. Fret not. You're in good hands. Oh, yes. Let's do it, Jay. Let's see. I think that's about it. I think that's about all I have. Oh, last but not least. This is my personal thing. I want to shout out my Dean, Jomel, my ADP Cavs, my line brothers, Jamie, Paul, Alex, Josh, Joe, Fred, Sid, and Mace. I want to shout out my chapter, Iota Beta, the Iota Beta chapter, founded March 10th, 1974 at the University of Virginia in Charlottesville, Virginia. Shout out to all the brothers that have come through my chapter before, during, and after my presence at the University of Virginia. I love y'all. Y'all have a very big part and big place in my heart and in my life. Thank you for the opportunity to fellowship. And to be a part of history with y'all and to be inspired to make history. That's what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to make history, save the world, be a superhero, just be the absolute best that I could be according to God's will for my life. And, you know, I can say that being at UVA helped. Certainly being a part of this organization, this fraternity, helps. And I really appreciate y'all. So keep doing what you do, on and upward. And like the good brother, Dr. Charles H. Wesley wrote in this book, I'm dedicating to you. He said in this book, to the youths who march onward and upward toward the light, this volume is respectfully dedicated. And this is for the history of Alpha Phi Alpha and development in college life. All right? This is the history book. All right? Written by the good brother, Dr. Charles Harris Wesley. Now, he is, funny enough, he's actually linked to a good brother that we've already studied. And it's funny because I was looking at this information on Dr. Wesley, and he actually did some awesome work across the board. He's a noted historian. But somebody that we already covered, the good Dr. Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Carter G. Woodson is the second black man, second African-American man to earn a doctorate from Harvard University. Well, Brother Wesley is the third. They knew each other, they worked together, and Dr. Wesley is the author of this book, this history book. So shout out to Dr. Wesley. Again, shout out to Dr. Woodson. Shout out to all of the good brothers and sisters of Black Greek letter organizations worldwide, especially my beloved APHIA. All of my love, my peace and happiness, I'm gonna give to Alpha. All of my love, my peace and happiness, I'm gonna give to Alpha. Man, so many memories, man. So much to look forward to. I'm very thankful. So I just want to say thank you for watching. Oh, let me explain the jacket real quick, all right? Before we get up out of here. Last but not least. Okay, so we got the letters right here. All right. So all my line brothers, you know, while we were striving and we completed our mission, once we crossed those burning sands, we all were given line jackets to commemorate our unity, our bond, and our experience. So here are the letters of the fraternity: A Phi A. All right, these are Greek letters: A Phi A, Alpha Phi Alpha. Okay, this is the shield of Alpha. All right. Now on this side, it commemorates my chapter. In every chapter, at least while we were coming through, every chapter had a moniker. This is IB, Iota Beta. This is when we crossed burning sands into the land of Alpha. This is fall 1999. All right, we actually crossed on December 3rd, going into December 4th. So it was basically like we crossed and went into the probate, and the SAB at UVA will never be the same. Those who know, if you know, you know. All right, the rest of the jacket. Oh, yes. Now, the rest of the jacket is as such. Founding date, 1906. Now, at the top, that is my line name, my personal line name. Now, my dean and ADP, they actually gave us 3 names. They gave us 2 off the top, and then we were allowed to choose the 3rd one. All right? Straight love. And they respected us too. They valued our opinion. So they want us to name ourselves. And I could come up with no better name. If I'm going to have a name on the jacket, it's going to be a name that I love. All right? And there was one name. There was actually 2 names that came to mind. The first one was Archangel. And I was like, but I've seen that before. You know, when I was at a party. We were at a party somewhere. And I just remember seeing a bunch of alphas around. And it might have been a JMU. But I saw that jacket. Either it was a jacket or a t-shirt. An alpha t-shirt. But anyway, I saw the letters and the Greek letters. Then on the back, I saw Archangel. And I was like, dang, I can't use that one. Then, you know, months later, it was just like, well, actually, no, that was like about a year or so later. A year or so later, I'm in position to choose my name. And I was like, well, I know exactly what I want. I already saw what I can't have, but I know which one I do want. And it was already true to what I wanted in the first place. And that was this right here. Oh, yes. Moonwalker, baby. For the obvious reasons. MJ forever, baby. Oh, yes. My line number is 3. Okay? And each of us on the line has a different number. We were 9 members, 9 parts of one line. So we are 1 through 9. I'm 3. And this is the name of our line. Pharaoh's Fallout. Okay? There's a history behind that too. All right. So, it's the jacket, man. I still rock to this day, of course. You might see it you definitely will see it in other videos I have. But on today, I definitely wanted to make sure this was seen. So, God bless. Thank y'all for watching. Do your research, y'all, because it's all about the facts. And in this case, black facts. Black facts. Hey, 5. Oh, 6. Peace. Oh, yes.